Okay, another romance flick. Let's see how this one holds up. Yo, what is up, my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing Say Anything, about an eternal optimist named Lloyd, played by John Cusack, who seeks to capture the heart of Diane, played by Ione Skye, an unattainable high school beauty and straight-A student. It surprises just about everyone when she returns the sentiment, but Diane's overly possessive divorced father, played by the late John Mahoney, doesn't approve, and it will take more than the power of love to conquer all. No spoilers. Now, first off, before I get into the positives about this film, let me go over some of the few nitpicks I noticed first. Now, yeah, it is a given when it comes to romance movies, so it does make sense, but I'm still not a fan of slow pacing in this film. Still, again, 80s, maybe early 90s movie. Call it too dated all you want. But I get that they are trying really hard to make it as good as they can, and that's always great to see. It's just that the pacing is something that they have to work on when it comes to keeping the audience engaged for what the two lovebirds are going through. Also, some of the romance scenes in this movie can get a little bit overboard for me. Again, understandable. It takes place during the time where college students have the privilege to make out and have sex with a woman, I guess. That's your thing? Not my favorite, but hey, not my problem either. I just wish it wasn't a little too much. I mean, I don't mean to sound inappropriate since this is a family show after all, but I'm just gonna address it this one time in this review. I promise I won't address it ever again when I talk about romance movies. But the scenes where both John Cusack and Ione Skye hide underneath some sort of blanket in a car and they start moaning, moving around, and making smooching noises always gets me uncomfortable. Again, sorry if I went overboard with that. I'm trying to keep it as family friendly as I can, but I'm just still not a fan of those kinds of scenes like that. But that doesn't mean that I hate the film. It's just something that I'm not fond of. That's all. Okay, now the positives. In terms of the way they executed the story for this movie, I'm surprised that the creative writer, who will later bring us Fox's most popular cartoon comedies ever in the history of television, The Simpsons, wrote this movie also. I mean, it was during the time when the company Gracie Films was still being experimented as a sister partnership with Fox. I mean, heck, it's also the company that did sitcoms like The Tracy Ullman Show, not the rebooted TVMA series on HBO. The OG Tracy Ullman Show that's a bit more tame than the more dirtier version of her, which is also the show that's kind of a demo reel for The Simpsons. Fun fact. The company also produced another cartoon sitcom called The Critic, which I have not heard of, but I don't know if it's gonna live up to the success that The Simpsons has nowadays. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, fact is that the company has been around for a while, which is a milestone, I must say. So the fact that you get to produce an original film that's not based off of any source material, be it TV or movie, is something to behold. Props to Gracie Films for your hard work in doing so, and also to Fox for bringing that original concept to life. Let's see if they can keep it up from there. Now, in terms of both the movie's amount of dramatic and emotional scenes and character development, some of their scenes may seem cliche and predictable, but it actually isn't. I mean, you may think that, but it's played out in a way that makes it so accurate to real life that it's almost unpredictable. Even when John Cusack's character is trying to get her girl back by playing one of her favorite songs on the stereo boombox, it's so touching. That's what a relationship should be handled all the time. Take notes, people who produced the story for Spider-Man 3, please. Also, the camera work and cinematography in this movie, again, a bit dated for an 80s movie. But the filmmakers are still not lazy to make the camera move so smoothly as it has always been nowadays in film history. I mean, it does get a bit amateur at times when you see the camera zooming into the characters in certain parts, but I still have to give credit to the camera guys for their dedication either way. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. The acting coaching from Cameron Crowe, however, that's what keeps me engaged with the characters. Again, I won't narrow them down for you because, hey, time approximation. Their personalities come from their acting performance and their energy to their characters. That's what's engaging about this movie. Kudos to Cameron Crowe for that. Let's see if he can keep this up. Overall, guys, in the end, I thought the movie Say Anything wasn't the strongest film that everyone else said it was, but I still don't hate the film whatsoever. It did its job, and I'm glad I got the chance to see it for myself. That's all that matters. So as a result, I rate Say Anything 4 out of 5 stars. Again, rest in peace, John Mahoney. You surely will be missed. So Say Anything, starring John Cusack. Have you seen it? If you haven't, give it a try. You might enjoy it as much as I do. But if you have, come back and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. Also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and I will choose one of my Cinedroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. And also follow me on Stardust so you can catch early reactions of movies, TV show episodes, and trailers. I'll put a link to that below in the description as well so you can download the app for yourself. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.